Let's talk about Phrygian Dominant. It is the dominant driver in a harmonic minor, the fifth mode of harmonic minor. And what's really nice is instead of being in a natural minor, if I have my 5 chord, if I'm here in D, harmonic minor, A would be my 5 chord. I get that tritone, right, of my 4 and 7, that 7 up to the tonic, right, and that 4 down to my flat 3, giving me the dominant movement and my resolve into my 1 minor. What's really cool is I have another tritone here, and that's going to be the flat 9 of my dominant chord, right there. That is going to clash and give me a tritone with the 5th. What's really cool is that tritone sort of acts as a 4 down to a 3 and a 7 into the 1 of F, which is the relative major of my D minor. So I'm getting 2 tritone resolves, which is really nice if I add that flat 9. We can use this, let's just say in a blues. If I have a 5th movement, say I'm going from my 5 back to my 1 in a blues, of course I can use a little bit of that tritone, right, to resolve that. I have another option here, and that's using my flat 9, which ends up being the flat 6 right there, back to my 5 for my 1 chord. I have my 5-9, my 5 flat 9, and that flat 9 resolves into the 5 of my 1 chord. Just gives me another resolving point. 7 flat 9 arpeggio by using stacked minor thirds, right? I'm going to start on the flat 7 of that chord, okay, of my 5 chord, my E7 here. And I'm going to do flat 7, flat 9, and then the next minor third is going to be 3, 5, and then again, flat 7, flat 9, 3, 5, and that'll give me a nice resolve back to my 1. I'm either going to end on the 7 or the 2 of my A. If I decide to stop there, that ends up being that flat 6 back into the 5 for my 1 chord, and that's where we get right there. So a bunch of different ways that you can use it. One last little trick that I love, if you're doing that arpeggio and moving that up. First off, I love an arpeggio without a root note, which that does not have. It's just flat 7, flat 9, 3, 5, flat 7, flat 9, 3, 5, of my E7. I can make it so I have a 9, flat 9 into that tonic, and that would be, I can do flat 7, 9, 3, 5, flat 7, flat 9, and then resolve it. If you're an intermediate guitar player stuck in that boring, boxy pentatonic plateau that we all get stuck into, you want to bridge the gap between your creative ideas and what you're able to play, becoming fully fretboard fluent, comment pro below.